When you discover beyond your mind who you are, it's a remarkable experience. You are consciousness per se with the potential to create anything. And whatever the consciousness becomes conscious of is called life. That's what we are playing here. These are all experienceable through meditation. So I am talking to the curious people who want to know who are we and how is this world created. You find the answer inside your own self. Don't have to go anywhere outside. Outside will confuse you more and more. Inside will clarify you it more and more. So the whole secret of creation lies inside in our own self. Have we then discovered the self? Well, if we are in a timeless state, no life, nothing except a timeless state of the ability to be aware of things that we can create, if that is all, and it's just a unit of consciousness, we'll be utterly bored, I think. How would we feel living for immortality, infinity, sitting, doing nothing, there's nothing to do, seeing nothing, there's nothing to see, just sitting there by ourselves doing nothing? Won't it be terrible? I think it is terrible. Therefore, we jump back into creating a DVD and come back here again. How often will we do? Every time we go there, we like to do it. That is why this creation has become virtually permanent. Because we can't get out of it. We have to jump back into it. That being, the self, has sometimes been called the soul. This immortal soul. Never is born, never dies. You know why? You need time to be born and die. It's not immortal in any other sense. When we say soul is immortal, it cannot be born, cannot die, because there's no time to do that. Time is generated by the soul, by putting on another cover upon itself called the human mind, which generates time and space and puts events on it, makes it a memory, encapsulates it, and then opens up to play. The DVD plays out in the astral plane first. And then within the astral plane, in a dream-like sequence, comes again and again in physical plane. In the physical plane, we have time to sleep at night. This physical plane doesn't run continuously. We break it up by becoming unaware of this, going back into another form of life called the dream state. And sometimes we have dreams within dreams, and we wake up from one to the other in time. We sleep at night, and we are very happy in the morning we wake up. Why don't we keep awake? Because the experience we have generated through this process is so intense, we need a break. At every level. Not only here. At every level, we need a break from the intensity of the experience we are generating through consciousness. The experience is so beautiful. We get so attached to the experience, everywhere. But right now, I am sharing this information with you in the physical plane. So where is our attention now? On the physical plane. On what? On people, on objects, on thoughts or ideas. That's all. These are distracting us from even discovering who we are. Not only that, we are not only distracted, we are attached to these things. We love them so much. We love our show so much. We've forgotten it's a show. We make it absolutely real. We wanted to make it real because we were coming from reality. How can we, from reality, we just want to see a shadow? No, we want to see reality. We are bored into reality. At that end, we have to be here in reality. Therefore, we have done every possible thing to make this experience real. Every possible thing to make a dream state real during the state of dreaming. How do we do it? When we dream at night, we are locked off from the awareness of the physical body. We don't know where the physical body is. Yet we have a body, a dream body that runs around everywhere, flies, does so many things, meets friends, has discussions, has falls, is afraid, has emotional self. The dream body has everything. And where is it? We say, I am flying in the sky now. In a dream state, one can tell another person the dream. I am now gone to Mars. Who has gone to Mars? When you wake up, you went to Mars on the bed where you're sleeping. You went everywhere by going nowhere, except in your own head. You never moved. The inner body moved, creating its own universe. Why were you afraid? Because you did not know it was a dream. You thought it was real. If you knew during a dream it's a dream, you'll never be afraid. But we have most frightening dreams. We have nightmares, scary dreams. How can a dream be scary unless you take it as real while it's happening? And when you wake up into physical reality, thank God it was a dream. Can you imagine saying the same thing about the wakeful state when you wake up to the next step? It's awakening. When you awaken there, you laugh. How could I take those attachments so seriously? I thought they were real people I was attached to. Where are they now? Oh, some of them I know. They are in their houses sleeping also like me. But in the dream, we were meeting and hugging each other and doing so many things. They were not real. The real people are sleeping in their own places. How much emotional stuff I carried just by thinking they were real. Well, same state. Can we compare this physical experience as another form of dream? That the dreams we have when we go to sleep at night, let us say, are the basic dreams from which we can wake up and discover their dream. We can't discover while we are dreaming. By the way, some people say, we see a dream in which we tell us, this is a dream. I've also had those dreams. When you have a dream in which you speak the truth is, it is a dream. Then you tell all your friends, it's a dream, we are dreaming. And somebody says, where are we dreaming? And you can't answer. When do you find where you were dreaming? Only when you wake up, not before that. Therefore, you are speaking the truth without knowing it at all, without discovering it. That is how even enlightened people, they come and talk of higher wakefulness and they think we are awake. They are not awake, they are awake to the physical state. They are not, where are they? Otherwise, we don't know. They are sleeping in their own bed in the astral plane. Then maybe we can wake up one day and discover, thank God it was a dream. That bad accident I have, I thought was real. I thought I was bleeding all over, my body is intact, I am fine. And maybe that's also a dream. And then we wake up again and discover that the mental self was the only reality. Then what happens? We say, all the perceptions we made, even DVD was unreal. What if we woke up again? And woke up and found we are the dreamer par excellence. We can dream within dream within dream and generate such experiences. We will be surprised. But at least we will not suffer. There will be no pain, no emotional pain, no physical pain, no suffering. Why am I emphasizing suffering? I can also say there will be no joy, there will be no happiness. I am not saying that. But joy and happiness will still be there by this discovery That's the wonderful part. That joy and happiness get separated from the law of opposites, separated from the duality of this world. Here, duality makes the opposites appear. And we sometimes think that the two were created at the same time. Just like we thought of the digital chip, the 0 and 1 are created at the same time. No, it's only 1 is created, the 0 occurs because of 1. Similarly, the duality here occurs because of the beauty, wonderful happiness we have. We just generate an opposite and make it a dual world. All these discoveries are possible within yourself. When we discover the beauty of wakefulness again and again, like when we are here, we remember, we dreamt, this is real, that is unreal. Higher up, you'll say, that is real, this was unreal, that was unreal. Higher up, that alone is real. What I am saying is, at one time, we'll have only one reality. Maybe good enough. This is our reality. Thank God, the bad dream I had last night is over. But if I wake to another reality, thank God that's the reality, but this was not too good, it's a duality. Maybe I'll go ultimately and wake up and say, thank God, it was all a dream and I am in a great shape here. You will only experience one reality at a time. Is that our final destination on a spiritual journey? To discover who we are? That we are a soul, immortal soul, just come to enjoy created dreams within dreams within dreams. Is that enough? Not according to my master Baba Sawan Singh. He says that is not the end of the journey at all. You have just discovered yourself, so what? You thought you were a body, you were happy. Then you found out the body is too temporary, you found another body that lasts thousands of years. So what? You found out that is also unreal. You woke up to the mind and found mind has a million of years of life. So what? Then you woke up and discovered you are a soul, immortal soul without time and space. So what? What have you discovered moving from one reality to another reality? Nothing, according to Baba Sawan Singh. He says you have to go one step more. And that is what one step? The discovery that the soul is not an individual unit at all. That soul is merely one unit in totality of consciousness which alone exists. There are millions of drops of water, very small sized. There are millions of drops of water in this glass. There's only one glass of water. How can I make them millions? Supposing I want to see million, I have to reduce my awareness to the size of a drop. Then I'm aware of a drop. I expand my awareness and become the whole glass. I am a unit of consciousness, experiencing all this. And when I enhance with that and expand my awareness, I am totality. Our true destination is totality. What is totality of consciousness? Ultimate, from where the whole thing, including souls, are being created there. What is totality? Totality of consciousness means nothing that is there can be outside of it. If I pull even one soul out of it, it's no longer total. If I pull one experience out of it, it's no longer total. Totality means total. So a person, a human being sitting here, through meditation, is experimenting this to go within and goes even to discovery of the soul. And then some power expands that awareness from the individuated soul to totality. What will be the experience of the self which we are having? Total experience. Total experience means this physical experience will be also there. The next astral experience also there. The causal experience also there. The spiritual experience of a soul also there. The totality experience also there. You become totally conscious of totality, and therefore a human being sitting here temporarily in a physical body, has the means today to go within and with the help of a perfect living master who is operating as another human being from the level of totality, therefore we are part of that human being in that higher consciousness. That higher consciousness can pull us to that level of the totality. What a wonderful opportunity. How great this body is in which this can be done. It can't be done in any other form, unfortunately. Trees can't do it. Birds can fly, sing, do anything, but they can't do introspection like this. Why is that? Because they're all living according to their DNA pattern, according to the program already made. We are also living like that with the one difference. They don't think like us. Neither animals, nor birds, nor bacteria. They all think in a predetermined way. We are the only ones, human beings, only form which says, should I do this or not do it? Is it right or wrong? None of the other forms of life think like that. We are constantly trying to make decisions based on what is right and wrong. And how are we doing it? By a strange feeling that we can decide what to do. We have free will. And this free will is the phenomenon that distinguishes us from everything else. This free will, where is it coming from? Is it really free? Supposing I say, I want to decide whether I have the power to take a sip of water now or not. I can take it or I cannot take it. It's called quantum mechanics. Because then you're not sure which one is true. I am not sure if I'll take it. I'm not sure if I will. Who will determine? I will determine. Okay, I will. I took it. What did I use? Free will. And then I go to the astral plane and causal plane, and I find before I left that plane, this was written. I will argue like this, sitting in front of all of you, saying, should I take it or not take it? All the exact thing that I am now saying, all pre-written there already. It's amazing. Then how did I think? I was doing it here. How come I feel I have a free will here when really it was written beforehand? I go there and see everything was written beforehand, including how I thought, how I used my free will. Then how can I still feel free will here? It's all predetermined. The secret is very deep. Secret is we picked up the DVD. We generated it. Therefore, it's our free will just being played again as free will here. At the top, we have real free will, where we can generate anything. That very free will is coming down even into the show we are in. And when we say, I can decide, we think the body and something sitting in the body is deciding. It was the self that was deciding. That is also in the body. Neither the body is deciding, nor the mind is deciding. The self is deciding. When did it decide? It decided in the now. Now has no time. Looks like it decided earlier because we have generated the memories and implanted them and make it a past. It was generated at the beginning of creation. Where was the beginning of creation? In the little capsule we're handling it in now. The very wonderful truth is so strange. Truth is much stranger than fiction. But the beauty is that we can still have all these experiences I've talked to you about. The last experiences, the soul getting merged into totality, has no role of the mind in it, and therefore no role of effort at all. No effort can give us this. Absolutely. I have tried very hard to find somebody who says, I can do something to cross the mind. No way. All meditation finishes there, every kind. Meditation is not the answer to go beyond the mind, because meditation is a mental exercise, at best. What takes us beyond is what exists beyond. That joy, beauty I was talking of which we have created duality here, that joy, beauty, knowledge, intuitive awareness of everything total, it's that awareness in which the most significant part, which we come and are thinking the most valuable, is called love. Love is the reality. Love is our reality. And our reality is playing all the way through. And we work on that reality of love through various means. We get attached to people because of love. We get attached to things. I love my car. I love my house. I got a new car. It's all mine. The ego plays upon love and makes it into a slightly different form called attachment. And we begin to call all these attachments as love. But when we are pulled from the mind by love of ourself, which we don't know at all about, then that part of ourself, which is total, which includes all human beings, works by creating a human being outside in a physical experience, and we call that human being a perfect living master. It's our own self appearing as a perfect living master. And when we experience his love coming from that state of totality, we are pulled to it. That's the only way that I know of being pulled above the mind, is through being pulled by love of something higher than the mind. And that is represented in our life right here by another human being whose love is like the love we want to get pulled, not an attachment. Then we are attached. We are two. I love you. When the true love, I disappears. We can't think of I. Beloved only exists. Therefore, those perfect living masters have such a strange, uncanny type of love, because totally non-judgmental, unconditional, permanent, infinite. Very difficult to describe. When I'm trying to understand with my head and my mind about the love I experienced with Baba Sawan Singh, my master, my mind frets and fumes and cannot explain it. It's something strange pull that we experience in spite of all the doubts the mind is creating. Fear mind is creating. Mind is creating obstacle to that, and the love still starts pulling us. That kind of love. These human beings are ordinary human beings like us. They know difference except one. Their awareness is total. That's all. And therefore, their love becomes the purest love which pulls us. When we want to go beyond the mind through an exercise that is inside us, it's having an experience called seeking. Seeking something, not searching. Seeking. We search for things which we know what we are searching, and seeking is for the unknown. We don't even know what we are seeking. When that seeking is inside us, and such a person appears in our life, then we discover what we were seeking. We were seeking the truth about our own self. Who are we? Who is seeking? The self is seeking, not the mind. What does the mind say? Don't seek. Enjoy what is happening here. Get more attracted to things here. And the seeker is ourself. When we seek, that human being appear, his love is such that when we say his love is pulling us so strongly, what does he say? Does he say, come to me, I love you, therefore be with me? He says, no. He says, go within yourself. And we tell such a master, Master, we love you here outside. Why are you sending us away? He said, I'm not sending you away. I'm sending you to myself. I am part of yourself inside. How can we check that out? Say, go in and see. When a perfect living master appears in our life and says, I am your friend and we are in love. He says, go within yourself, not outside. When we go within, same master sitting there, which you see in our inner self. Same master, same face, same personality, same conversation. Master is inside. And he says, go within. We say, no, no, no more. Now we found your inner self. Go more inside. We go to the mental causal state. Same master there. We say, now we find that you are the real one. No, go within yourself. And there he pulls us, because of his awareness of totality, to a state of knowing ourselves. He is merely a soul. I am also a soul. Then we are very happy. We are souls. No, he says, go within yourself. And soul is pulling itself. Actually, he then becomes the one puller. And we discover the master and the self were the same. They were no two. But we made them two for the spiritual journey that we are taking. So I am sharing these things with you because I was very fortunate to be accepted as a friend, to be initiated by Hazur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh, a perfect living master according to the terms I've just described. We'll have a break for some snacks.